Okay, this is being broadcasted in YouTube, not for public. It's only for you. I just put it on YouTube so I can save it, and then I just send the link for you to watch it later. Okay, if you want. All right. So said that already. Let's start. Okay. So premises number 1: don't be nervous. Speak English. If you don't know how to say something, yes, ya se la saben, ¿no? Teacher, how do you say? Teacher, how do you say? Es que ayer mi abuelita se fue. No, no es cierto. Teacher, how do you say? I don't know. Or how can I express? I mean, I will not. And I always tell my students, even though we are not perfect, we're almost perfect and extremely sexy, we are going to make mistakes, and that's good. That's my point. Don't be afraid, okay? All right, so every topic, it's a competence for you to teach, whether it's online or it's in the physical classroom, okay? Every class, it's a competence. Today's class, let me share it with you. Can you see my screen? Not if you see it. Cool.
Yes.
Thank you. Perfect. Let me open this. Very good. Today's class is about grammar. And I started with this because it might seem like the cocoa for English teachers, right? And the grammar is the difference between an English teacher and a person who is learning English. Okay? Again, grammar is the difference between a person that speaks English and a person that actually teaches English. Okay? Now, teachers. In this class, we're going to learn that we don't know all the grammar. Even though, I know, too bad that Maria Teresa no puede conectarse. She's an English teacher for many years. And even though she has been in the English classes for many years, she doesn't know all the grammar. But it happens the same in Spanish. Daniela, ¿conoces todo la gramática de español? No, right? So it's the same thing in English, okay? Hello. So, what is grammar? Can you tell me, a ver, Andrea, can you tell me in your words, what is grammar?
I think that is the rules that we follow to write or speak in some language.
Very good. Rules. I like it. What about you, Daniela? What do you think for you is grammar?
For example, in the orden, in the oraciones.
In the sentences, for you, the order, the structure, you mean? Very good. Excellent. All right, let's check some definition. Yesenia, can you read this?
Okay. The grammar of a language is a description of the ways in which words can change their forms and can be combined into sentence in that language.
Good. Can be combined. Combined. Okay, repeat. Combine. Repeat.
Combined.
Excellent. So it's basically what Daniela said, right? It's how the words are transformed in order to make sentence, right? Can you read this, Gustavo?
Okay, yes. Grammar is sometimes defined as the way words are put together to make correct sentences. It's a good starting point and an easy way to explain mistakes. Thus, I am a teacher is grammatical, but I a teacher and I are a teacher aren't. We can also apply the term grammatical to smaller units For instance, went to go.
Good.
So we
Just Gustavo. Grammar is sometimes defined.
oh yes.
Defined, okay? Voy a ser picky in the pronunciation because you guys work for me. Okay? Si
Yes, don't worry.
el resto de ustedes se ofende si les corrijo pronunciación.
No.
Cool. All right. So check what Gustavo read. He said is grammatical. ¿No? De decir I a teacher, I are a teacher, they're both incorrect. So you say I am a teacher, right? Is the correct form. Or could be small words such as went to go. Parentheses. These examples are actually real examples from real American people. They speak like that. They instead of saying you were, you was. Instead of saying I am a teacher, I are teacher. Or went to go. Very, very bad. It happens the same in Spanish, right? Es que haya. A la calor. And many others. On Irapuato City. Sorry, I had to say that. Anyways, so it happens the same in Spanish, right? It happens the same in English. So our goal is to avoid that. First of all, ourselves, and then to teach it, right? Good. What could happen if we didn't have good grammatical language? Salem, what do you think would happen if we didn't have grammar rules in our language?
We're gonna sound like cavemen.
Me, Tarzan, you, Jane. Okay, good.
Yes.
Very good definition. So, the term grammatical structure is a specific instance of grammar. Sorry, somebody is okay. That's good. Yes. Examples: past tenses, noun plurals, comparatives, indirect speech, etc. All the terms in grammar is called a grammatical structure. Do we have grammar that exists in English but not in Spanish? For example, I'll give you an example. ¿Cómo se llama? Past tense, irregular verbs. Remember those irregular verbs?
Yes.
Yes, like for example, eat, ate, read, read, go, went, etc., etc. All
Drink.
of that, it doesn't exist in Spanish. It's only particular of English. And we're going to find more like that. Okay, bottom line, grammar is important, yes or no?
Yes. So
Good.
important.
Good. A little
Well,
bit of humor. Can you read this, Madai? The comic, the cartoon.
So, who are you spending your birthday with? Don't end a sentence with a preposition. So, who are you spending your birthday with? Miss Grammar correcting, so snot knows which.
It's a British humor, right? But it says the reality. I ask you a question. And the first square. So who are you spending your birthday with? Was it incorrect? And it's a tricky question. Was it incorrect, the question? What do you think, Daniela? Oh, Daniela is frozen. What do you think, Salim?
Well, no, I don't think it's incorrect because I heard that type of question before. Maybe if you are too picky.
But the girl said the rule. The rule says don't end a sentence, don't finish a sentence with a preposition. That's correct. But colloquially speaking, or in the streets, or informal, it's correct. So how would it be the correct form? ¿Se acuerdan o lo saben? ¿No? Ahí les va. Whom. No who. Whom. With whom are you spending your brother? Your birthday. That's the correct form. Nobody talks like that. Es un ejemplo como en español. ¿Me pudieras dar permiso? Nadie habla así. ¿Me das permiso? See the difference? Okay. No, don't worry about that. So why is important grammar in classes? Number one, can you read this, Madai?
Without grammar or grammatical rules and structures, how would our classes be?
How would our classes be without grammar? ¿Cómo serían, Andrea?
Without sense, could we?
Right. It would really make no sense at all, right? It would be crazy. All right. I like your definition. Very good. So there are two approaches when teaching grammar. Can you read, Salem? Number one.
Dividing the whole English language into manageable bite-sized cookies and then introduce them to students, one cookie at a time, so that they gradually and systematically accumulate a complete picture of the language.
Good, good. So piece by piece, small units. And then number two, you too, Salem, read it.
Create an environment where a lot of language, known and unknown, is met mainly when doing speaking and listening tasks, and where the students are helped with new language only when they already have some awareness of it and have curiosity or questions about it.
So both approaches are correct. Teachers, number one is the best for English classes, for our country per se. Let me explain why. Number two is similar to the Montessori system. Are you familiar with the Montessori? No? Montessori says, sientan al niño, no hay pizarrón, no hay libros, tienen juguetes, todo. Entonces el niño va descubriendo. El niño trabaja por sí solo. El niño le motiva a estudiar y aprender. Do you think that happens in a country? No. A lo mejor en Corea, ¿no? Japón. But not in our country, not our children. And I tell you by experience. Okay, so, and number two, it takes a lot of time to prepare because you need to create the classroom with a lot of flashcards, with verbs, a lot of words, and it's exhausting. And it's exhausting because the children normally, or the students normally, don't want to learn. They're too distracted. Digo, hay excepciones. many years ago, well, no, not many years ago. Some years ago, I worked for Tec de Monterrey. ¿Conocen Tec de Monterrey todos? Sí. And I was English teacher. And hay todavía un programa que se llama Bicultural. Y tienen a los que están así como que más avanzados más arriba. And I was their teacher. So in 1 year, I had 5 students. 1 American, 2 Koreans, and 2 Mexicans. Neta, se veía la diferencia. O sea, los Mexicans, así, no soy malinchista, ojo, but cultural wise, así el chavo mexicano, pues ya saqué 9, ya pasé. The Korean, como de película, teacher, I quite didn't understand the class. Can you give me extra homework? So, number 2 is difficult in our country. Number 1 is the best. Number 1 is lo que todos usamos. Number 1 is what we teach in the Federal. Small units of grammar. Specific. If it's past, it's past. If it's future, future. If it's vocabulary, vocabulary, and so forth. Okay, so far so good? Yes? Okay. Wait, this is... Okay, so what? It's just a comment. Excuse me. How do you teach grammar? It depends on the institution, basically. If you work for an institution like such as Kipling, it's a franchise all over the country. Kipling tiene martes de reading, miércoles de gramática, jueves de. But if you work for Harmon Hall, for example, Harmon Hall, it's all about no grammar y así como que bien hipiciosos y todo el rollo. So it depends on the institution. Number 2, it depends on your group. Believe me, it's very difficult to teach English after recess. Si ustedes trabajan en una primaria, or secundaria o prepa, lo que sea, and then you have a recess, and then estudian inglés, ¿cómo están los chavos, Andrea? Después de receso.
No ponen atención.
They are all smelly, sweaty, popped up in sugar. So it's chaos. Si te toca a las 7 de la mañana, pues que. So, yes, your group, the institution, and the program tells you how to teach grammar. But teachers, in this class, we are going to learn how to teach English in the proper way. Okay? How to teach grammar in the proper way, and then you adapt it into your local circumstances. All right? ¿Está bien? Good. So, look at this picture, this image, perdón. Daniela, do you see the man? The image? ¿Cómo lo ves? What is he doing?
He's don't understand.
Very good. He doesn't understand. Is he happy?
No, he's confused.
He's very confused. Bueno, Daniela, that's going to be you. I promise. In some part of your career, that's going to be you. Okay? But it's good. Let me explain why. Can you read point number 1, Andrea?
In order to present grammar, we need to understand it first ourselves and then prepare any presentation.
Good. Excellent. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Maria Teresa, can you hear us? Manifest. Okay.
Finally, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. We're here. So, thank you, Andrea. So it says, in order to present grammar, we need to understand them first. Y a lo mejor Andrea dice, duh. Yes, but it's so obvious that we forget, teachers. Y a veces decimos, no, hombre, pues present continuous, pues, me almuerzo present continuous, ¿no? O te toca mañana present simple, pues, no, hombre, yo lo sueño. ¿Qué te pasa? No. Teachers, I repeat, no. You need to understand wherever you're going to teach for grammar, you need to understand it first. Okay? Continue reading, Daniela. Number 2.
The way to understand a grammar structure is by analyzing it. Thus the term grammar analyst.
Very good. Analyzing, just repeat, analyzing. Very good, Daniela. So, before teaching one grammar point, you need to do an analysis for the grammar, okay? And we have 3 tips. Can you read tip number 1, Yesenia?
Never present a grammar structure without analyzing it first. Avoid being too confident.
Thank you, Yesenia. Repeat, analyzing.
Analyzing.
Thank you. So, and it happens, teachers. Maria Teresa, how long have you been teaching English? Tell us. Manifest. Oh, I think she's watching porn or something. Maria Teresa? Anyways, it doesn't matter how much time you have been teaching. Never become overconfident. Confidence is good. Trust yourself. Like I told, well, I don't want to say name, but Daniela. Le dije, cree más en ti. No tengas miedo. But overconfident is like, tengo clases, no importa. Ahorita, 5 minutos antes la preparo. Don't do that. Okay, that's bad. Number 2, save your analysis for future classes. And number 3, always enhance and update your analysis. Okay. So let's divide the analysis into into these elements. I'll read number 1, name or names. How is this grammar structure called? And be careful of researching all names. I'll tell you a little story. Cuando yo tenía 18, me invitaron a una plaza a trabajar en Guadalajara, de maestro, obviamente. And fui. Me dijeron, mañana clase muestra. Pues, claro. Present progressive. Y yo, pues, me almuerzo present progressive, no problema. Salí de la oficina y, what in the world is present progressive? Paréntesis, estoy hablando, tenía 18 años, estoy hablando casi 21 años atrás, 22. No existía Google, no existía Internet, era caro, era un lujo. ¿Sale? Teníamos que ir a la biblioteca. So anyways, all the afternoon I was present progressive because I was nervous, you know, in my job, in una plaza. So I went to the library and then I looked at an English book. No encontraba present progressive hasta que encontré un libro inglés, o sea, de inglés, pero de Inglaterra. ¿Y saben qué es present progressive? ¿Qué salen?
Present continuous.
Y yo así de, no es posible. So, the number 1 is researching all the names. No va a faltar el Juanito Pérez. Miss, es que yo me lo sé. Miss, es que yo sé que, well, yes. So, number 1, check all the names on the grammar that you're going to teach. Number 2, Gustavo, read it.
2. Concept, language, content. It's the most important part of the analysis as assign a concept or a language content to the structure. When are my students using the grammar structure? What are the situations in which my students produce the grammar structure? Example, simple present, student, books, topics.
Good. So this is the most important part of the analysis. This is the difference. Check it out. Así tal cual. This is the difference between a good class and a bad class. Okay? The concept in the class, the concept in the grammar. I'll give you an example. Do you remember countable and not countable? How much, how many? How many eggs? How much milk? Blah, 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 blah. Sí, todos lo conocen, ¿verdad? ¿Todos familiarizados? ¿Todos sabemos?
Yes.
No falta el Kool-Aid teacher, el teacher that walks into the classroom, ya sabes, en el pizarrón, la divide en dos y pone countable y no countable. Y así, how much, how many. Y te pone un chorro de cosas, ¿no? Uno del otro. Y es como merolico, repeat, how eggs, and milk, and bla, bla, bla. That is not good. Eso ya es vieja escuela. Los chavos van a aprender a hablar bien mecánico. Paréntesis, por ese tipo de maestros, chavos, a los Kool-Aid teachers, que lo vamos a llamar así en todo el curso, hay chavos que empiezan desde la primaria y la universidad y siguen en básico. Bien buenos para traducir, pero para hablar, they suck. The difference is, a ver, veamos el otro panorama. Entra Teacher Gerson, ¿no? Entra Daniela. Entonces dice, okay, guys, today we're having a party. Entonces, ¿sabes, no? We need food for the party. Let's go to the supermarket. Y ella ya obviamente ya trae sus fotos de las oranges y de beer and the water y todo el rollo, ¿no? Entonces, how many oranges? 5. Okay, so we count 5 oranges. How many milks? Y todo así, no, ¿verdad? How many o how much? Ya le ponemos ahí. ¿Notan los dos panoramas? Uno es muy mecánico, uno es así como que, bueno, copen, repiten, bla, bla. El otro les está dando el concepto. Let's giving them the concept and when in a real situation when they're using. See the difference? So, Andrea, which one do you want to be? Cool teacher or Kool-Aid teacher?
Cool teacher.
Very good. So the cool teacher will give them a concept, a time, and a real situation where they use, the grammar. We have an example here, simple present. Well, what could be a concept for simple present? Can you think? Speaking about what? Oh, my Lord in heaven. A ver, Salem.
When you present yourself and when you describe people.
Very good. So introducing yourself, meeting new people, meeting friends. A lo mejor Madrid dice, no, I want to speak about routines.
For example, bibliography.
Okay,
Bibliography.
yes, of course. All of that is, yes, very good, Yesenia. All of that is using simple present. Entonces, eso ayuda al alumno a decir, mira, next time they see a bibliography, or they see a schedule, or they see whatever they see, they will be able to speak it. All right. Now, number 3. María Teresa, you here? No. Number 3, Andrea.
The grammatical structure.
Very good. And in the number 3, we're going to check all the structure. Number 4, Salem.
Rules, spelling rules, pronunciation rules.
Very good. María Teresa, you're here?
Yes.
Okay, number 8.
Number 8.
No, espera. Me pasé, ¿verdad? 5.
Number 5. Exceptions. Do we have exceptions in English grammar?
Exception. You need to check the exceptions, eh? The question is sarcastic. All the rules in English grammar have exceptions. Let me explain why. Spanish comes from one language que es Latin, ¿verdad? Bueno, in the indigenous languages, but mostly Latin. English, no. English comes from 5 different languages. It's a very old German, 2 Romantic, Latin, and 1 Nordic dialect. So it's a mixture. So all the rules will have exceptions. I'll give you an example. Ya sabes, ¿no? Tú enseñas que los los regular verbs tienen la terminación ed, ¿no? Ya les pones la pronunciación y bla, 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 todo bonito. Y luego vienen los irregular verbs. All irregular verbs are exceptions. Exactly. Hasta los gringos dicen, ¿no? The exception for the rule. So anyways, be careful of research all of that. Porque no va a faltar así el de Miss. Pues es que así yo escuché en The Big Bang Theory que dijeron esto. And yes, they do. All right. Number 7, yourself, María Teresa.
Divide the
Perdón. Number 6.
Possible activities related to concepts.
Very good. It's very important to start thinking now what activities can we use. For example, if we're talking about how much, how many, we check the supermarket, maybe go and buy shopping, or groceries, shopping groceries, or having a party, planning a wedding, blah, blah, blah. What activities we can use the grammar? Number 7, Gustavo.
Okay, number 7, possible problems when presenting grammar. Is it adapted to local students? Is it relevant to my students?
Good. This is very important. Are the activities and the topic that I chosen adaptable to my students? I give an example. I worked for the government in Guanajuato years ago, and I I supervise schools. Entonces, bueno, no sé si Gustavo y María Teresa conocen dónde está Hishu.
I don't know.
About it.
No, ok. ¿Ubican San Luis de la Paz?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Hishu todavía es 3 horas a la montaña. Tenía que ir allá. La verdad es que yo estaba así que mañana pasado. Y hasta que mi jefe me dijo, ¿vas o vas? Bueno, ya voy, ¿no? So I told the teacher, el que estaba ahí era una telesecundaria. Le dije, voy para allá, bla, bla, bla. Sí, ¿no? Cuando llego, muy bonito su classroom, flashcards, pictures, posters, muy bien preparado el maestro, padrísima su clase, lesson plan. And then the topic was, y aquí lo tengo, mira, a trip to Las Vegas. Poor kids were lost in space. ¿Por qué? He had all the elements. He had the books, he had the pictures, he had everything. What was the problem? Andrea?
It wasn't relevant for the students.
poor kids haven't gone to Querétaro. Y digo Querétaro porque es lo más cercano a una ciudad grande allá. So maybe he would have chosen maybe the same class, same grammar, adapted it into his local circumstances. Because when and esto pasa, when the topic is not interesting to the students, what happens, Salem?
Harold, could you repeat that question, please?
Yeah, stop playing the game. Yes, anyway. ¿Qué dije? When the topic is not interesting to students, what happens?
Oh, they are more active in class. They pay attention. They understand better.
When it's not interesting?
When it's not interesting, oh, they get bored.
They get bored. They get break into Spanish and chaos and anarchy in your class. All right. Number 8, Madai.
Possible questions for our students.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the way it. Don't say that.
Always anticipate, or at least try to anticipate your students' questions. Otherwise, number 1, you're going to spend more time explaining and answering questions. ¿Sabes? Miss, ¿y ahora qué sigue? Miss, ¿y ahora por qué esto? Miss, ¿y por qué acá? And you lose time, right? Y si alguno te dice, ¿por qué así, maestra? No contesten como el Kool-Aid teacher. Pues porque así es. O a lo mejor más educado, ¿no? Es que así es el inglés. No. Be prepared. See what I mean? Have something to answer with correctly. And finally, a joker. You need to have an extra activity in case you have a group and you finish the activities 5 minutes antes, 5 minutes early. No digas free class. Si les dice free class, ¿qué va a pasar, Daniela? Hagan lo que quieran. ¿Qué va a pasar?
They do whatever they want.
Okay, they will whatever they want, Daniela.
In the classes, bored and not interested.
Good. They will be bored. They will be interested. Like Maria said, they will do whatever they want, and normally that's chaos and anarchy. So it's something like this. It's something like this, okay? The name, the concept, the structure, and all the points. Cada columna tiene una, o sea, lo que es, ¿no? Este es mío, pero es perfectible, como dije, although I'm extremely sexy and almost perfect, it's also perfectible, right? The name, present continuous, affirmative, and present form, present progressive. Concept, actions in progress, actions in process, and I can talk about vacations, work, home, and school. The structure, I am playing soccer right now. She's sitting at her parents. And the structure is the subject, verb be, present participle or gerund, and the complement. The rules, add ing to the verb. When the verb finishes an E, delete E. Consonant, vowel, consonant, double the last consonant as jog, jogging. And the exception, I only found one, and the verb is die, dying. Do you know this verb? See? It's about, ¿cómo se dice? You paint your hair. Pero no, you don't paint your hair, you dye your hair. Possible activities, family vacations, what are they doing? Es que yo tenía un póster bien bonito que se me perdió. Y siempre lo digo porque me costó un trabajo, pero bueno. A big poster, with a seashore at the beach. Bunch of people, young people with names, Pablo, Juan, Monse, blah, 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 doing activities. So you will ask, what is Pablo doing? He's playing. What is the father doing? Blah, blah. And then possible problems. Muy importante, chavos. Possible problems, number one, lack of vocabulary. In my experience, always is going to be your problem. Premisa número dos. Students are students. ¿Eso no? Y a lo mejor Madai like, oh, yeah. Pero asumimos. We assume that they know. Don't do that. That is stupid. That's the most stupid thing to say. I give an example. The Kool-Aid teacher walks into the classroom. Mismo ejemplo, present continuous. Y apunta en el pizarrón o en la pantalla. Present continuous. Y se voltea y dice, do you know what present continuous is? Sheesh, don't do that. That is stupid, really. And it's stupid because they don't know. They're students. So if you anticipate the vocabulary that they need vocabulary, you will give them more tools to learn. Instead of, Miss, ¿y cómo se dice? Miss, ¿y ahora qué voy a decir? Miss, ¿y ahora qué sigue? So if you think in your students that they need vocabulary, you anticipate and you will give them the vocabulary. Okay? And possible questions. Why this? Okay. I have the poster that I was telling you, hasta arriba decía, a beautiful day under the shining sun. Y no faltaba el chavito acá sobre todo. Profe, ¿y qué no es the sun is shining? Terminé poniéndole masking tape ahí en la hoja ya para que no dije nada. And then the Joker mimic the action. Let me okay. Good. All righty. So far so good? Yes, okay. Daniela, Gustavo, Yesenia, Salen, Madai, so far so good? Everything okay? Okay, we're going to do some activities, all right? Gustavo and Maria, I can see you, but everything okay?
Yes.
Good. Maria?
Yes.
Good. We're going to do some activities, okay? You're going to make this analysis in pairs. Okay, I'll give you a topic, a grammar topic, and then you do it in pair. Normally, in a normal teacher's course, excuse me, not normal. This is normal too. In an all teacher's course, el maestro te decía, te dejo de tarea. Pero es porque no había Google, no había Internet, no había nada de eso. Tenías que ir a la librería, bla, bla, bla. Now we have Google in here. So don't worry, you can Google it and you can do the analysis, okay? Se supone que puedo. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, Andrea and Madai, okay? Just Daniela and Salem. Gustavo, María y Yesenia. ¿Ok? ¿Sí está bien? Vamos a hacer una... Ok. Andrea, Daniela... A ver, espérame. Ay, no aguanta. A ver, Andrea, dijimos Andrea, ¿quién? Magaí, ok. Luego, Daniela González, yes. Y luego, los demás. Ok. Andrea and Madaí, you're going to do simple past. You're going to analyze simple past. Daniela and Salem, you're going to do present, no, present continuous está. Simple present, algo sencillo. Y María, Gustavo, y Yesenia, you're going to do future will. ¿Está bien? I will give you 10 minutes to get ready. And I will be jumping around. Gustavo, okay, good. All righty, we're back. So, Salem and Daniel, you share with us the analysis? Your analysis, please.
¿Nos vamos uno y uno? Daniela.
The concept is everyday life.
The structure is subject plus base form of the verb plus complement. And the two examples are, she works in London. I don't live in London now.
In the rules is see to the verb in the third person. He, she, it. And two, we use do and does to make negatives. And we use doesn't for the third person.
The exception in verbs are, for example, watch, and we transform to watches. The study, we transform to studies, and do, we transform to those.
In activities is complete sentences or complete verbs.
And possible problems could be lack of vocabulary because it's beginner. They are beginners.
In questions, meaning of the verbs. Maybe.
And the joker could be that we put a video and the student need to identify the action of the characters with the correct form of the verb in present. And that's it.
Very good, very good. Teachers, comments, attack. Chetos. Ven. What do you think about your classmates' presentation?
I think they have to
Maria?
wait. I think they have to express or to find more different ways to explain that. I think.
Okay, that was yes, Gustavo.
Okay, I think the way, well, today that we already have listened to them, we have a more clear answer how to identify and how to separate all the each row in order to give a better class in front of our peers or our students. It was very helpful, all the structure, present progressive, present simple, present past simple, everything, because as you know, we have a lot tenses, but I think these that you tell us are the most important. By the way, your cat is very beautiful. It's behind you, very beautiful person.
I know. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you for your words too. Yeah, this one is Chetos. He's very.
Hello, Chetos. Oh, you have another one. Why?
No, that's a
Black.
dog.
Ah, it's a dog. Oh, right.
Yeah, I have 7 pucks.
Oh, it's a dog. All right.
No se puede, está toda negra, pero es un puck. Anyways, good. Both comments are good. And
The
then
future can talk about volunteers for do activities.
okay. So you're doing your presentation.
Yes, yo soy con
Go ahead.
tres.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The future can tell about volunteers for do activities. We can have order, como ordenar some things, or have invitation with some friends. We have talked about plans and going to with different people about life or professional or right works maybe.
Okay.
Entonces,
All right. What about the rest of the analysis, Gustavo and Maria?
So our analysis, what
yes.
will the will? I think the structure will is we need to use it for speaking an activity that we have not established yet the date. In other words, is for we're gonna do 1 or 2, 3 activities, but we have not established the date or the date. Is in other words, or in conclusion, will is use it for speaking in future that is so very far for the reality for this moment. It can be in 2 years, 5 years, even 50 or 20 years. So is the difference between going to and will. Going to is will for speaking in future, obviously, but near future. For example, the date is already established in 2 hours, 3 hours, or 1 week, 2 weeks. It's very near the future. And the will is so far, so far, so far, 2 years, 5 years, 15 years.
Okay, good. What about the exceptions? I mean, the rest of the columns, remember?
Okay, yes. So I share with my partner. My partner. What was my partner? Itzia?
Yesenia and Maria.
María Teresa.
Okay, Maria Teresa can give you another examples about the another rows.
The rules, okay, the rules for the future will is followed by a verb in present, and it's used for all persons. Could be affirmative, negative, interrogative senses. For the affirmative, we have the structure, subject plus will plus verb plus complement. And my example is I will work until late tonight. For negative is we want to use will not or won't. And the structure is subject plus complement plus wait. Subject plus want plus complement. And my example is I won't work until tonight. For interrogative, I have the structure will plus subject plus verb plus complement. And my question is, will you work until late tonight?
I have a question, partner, lady. So Maria, yes? Okay. I think that, well, I hope that it's only a you got a mistake, because you say in your sentence, I will work until tonight. So I think that is incorrect. The correct sentence that you need to say is I'm going to, because is the date is already established tonight. You're gonna have the activity tonight. So it's going to is for near future when we have the date established. So remember,
That's actually a good point, Gustavo and Maria.
Mhm.
Is it will or is it going to? Don't answer. I'm going to give it for homework to everybody.
Okay.
When, yes. When to use will and when to use going to.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, Gustavo, that the sentence was correct. I will work till tonight. But also is correct, I'm going to work till tonight.
So can you tell me what is the
No, it's going to be
yes.
homework.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Research.
Yes.
Research and then tell me or tell us, everybody research and everybody will tell us which
Okay.
one is it.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Okay. Mhm.
Yes,
Good.
I'm confused. I'm confused in to, going to, and will, because two are
It's
for
actually,
speaking future, but yes, it has a lot of difference.
in fact, that is a coco for the English teachers. He visto alumnos que only use will. Y he visto alumnos only use going to, pero no. You need to teach both of them. And when you teach will, de hecho, un tricky topic, because when you teach will, you need to teach the difference between going to. Okay, but that's okay. It's homework, okay? Do your research, and then we discuss it Monday. Good, excellent. Madaí and Andrea.
Yes. Well, the name is simple past or preterite. The concept is events that already happened. The structure is subject and the verb in past. In negative is subject plus did not plus the verb. And in question is did plus subject plus the verb. And the rules is root from of the verb plus ed. The second is verb that end in e, verb plus you have to change verb plus d, and the verbs that end in y, change the y to I and add the ed, and some verbs that end in d, change the d to t.
Okay, good. Madaí.
Okay, and the exceptions, the regular verbs looks exactly the same, like put, could, said, caused, hit. The other irregular verbs, including verb to be, like see, it saw, build, build, go, went, do, did, rise, rose, am, is, and are, is, was, or were. The possible activities, family vacations. What did you do on your last vacations? I think. Possible problems, lack of vocabulary, and remember some irregular verbs, or forget the rules. Possible questions is simple past also used for something that lasts a long time. And the Joker, some grammar game or a text in simple past.
Good. Now, question, Andrea, can you read again the concept, please?
Yes, events that already happened.
Okay, that's a description, but there's not a concept.
Okay.
Remember that the concept is a situation. Like, for example, Daniela, read your concept, please. Daniela está jugando Minecraft.
No. In the concept is everyday life.
Very good. Simple present no dijo una acción que está pasando en el presente. Dijo everyday life. No, ¿cómo dijiste? Repítelo.
Everyday life.
Everyday life, o sea, routines, everyday life. I brush my teeth in the morning. I take a shower in the morning. Entonces, Andrea, actions that happen that finished is a description. But what is the concept? For example, I'll give you an example. Famous people. Talk about famous people. Talk about famous people that changed the world. No? Or talk about your last vacations. Or etc. ¿no? O sea, a situation and what students talk. A ver, María, read again también tu concepto, no me acuerdo.
I don't have it. Gustavo has it.
Gustavo, please.
What?
The concept.
The concept of the future.
The future will is used for tal actions, situations.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I will sleep or I will.
No, pause there, Gustavo. Can you repeat
Okay. The future is used for a talk, action, or situations, or como.
Hey, no. Pause there. Está bien. Pero
Okay.
es el mismo problema con Andrea y Madaí. That's the description. No es el concepto. O sea, we describe actions in the future. Okay.
I will have dinner.
Mande?
I will have dinner.
Yeah, but give me a topic. For example, Daniela says everyday life. Andrea says talk about famous people. I'll give you an example. María Gustavo en Yesenia. I'll give you an example.
I will travel in all words.
That is the description. The concept, for example, could be fortune teller. Discovering my future and a fortune teller. ¿Sabes cuáles son los fortune tellers? Que tienen la mano y la bola de cristal. O por ejemplo, my future, my wedding, my dream wedding, my dream life. O sea, tienes que darles un concepto, es el tema. ¿Qué tema? ¿Cuándo y en dónde y por qué van a utilizar en tu caso will?
For my dream wishes.
Expressing wishes. Thank you. Very good. Excellent. My wishes are, I think I will have a Lamborghini. And so forth. Very good, Gustavo. Excellent.
Thank you.
¿Sí, María?
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay. That's good. Salem, you raise your hand?
Could be future arrangements, celebrations, like that, appointments.
Bueno, sí, lotería, el perro, la silla, sí, pues sí. Yes, something like that, but maybe shorter. Okay, good. Excellent. Now that we have this, para empezar de tarea, las modificaciones que les di, cámbienlas y hagan el análisis en un PowerPoint o un Excel y lo mandan al chat. ¿Vale? Y dos, now that we have it, we're going to transform it into a class, into the class. Pero eso lo vamos a ver el lunes.
Okay, so Gerson, can you share with me again the screen where you
Yes.
have the
I'm going to send it in a moment. I'm going to send it in a moment.
Okay, thank you.
To everybody. Okay, good. So let's take a selfie for today. Thank you very much. Welcome the rest. And then 3, 2. Te moviste, Daniela, otra vez. 3, 2. Excellent, very good.
¿Yo sí
So,
salgo? ¿Yo sí salgo?
No, pues dice Gustavo.
Yeah, okay. Algo bien.
So
Yes.
so the next class is next Monday
Yes, 6 o'clock.
at the same time?
Yes. Different, no, the same time. Same time.
Okay, Monday. In homework. Okay.
Good. Thank you very much. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
weekend. Drink a lot, party a lot, etc. No, no es cierto.
Thank you.
Oh, tú no, Andrea, estás chiquita.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you much.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.